D-A-D.
P-I-P.
D-A-D.
Pippin.
Dad.
Pippin.
Dad. And music.
Welcome to our podcast, Pip
Dad.
and
Music.
Oh yeah.
We're going to check out an album every episode. A classic album, maybe a new album, maybe a country album,
Maybe an Elton John album, maybe a Queen album,
maybe a Beatles album, maybe a Billy Joel album,
maybe a Dead South album,
maybe a Johnny Cash album.
maybe an Elton John album.
You already said that.
No, I didn't. Hope you enjoy it.
Welcome.
Welcome to
Welcome to our evil podcast.
Welcome to our podcast.
It's not really evil. We're just doing evil voices.
Just doing evil voices. Oh my God, my gravy.
It's not a beer.
Ow.
It's a
Diet Dr. Pepper.
not a sponsor. Oh, you hear it sizzle? Are you listening to the microphone?
I don't hear anything.
This is a great start. We've got a pretty awesome album today. Pip picked this one out, even though
Would you cry
you just
if I told you that lie? Would you say goodbye?
Would you
let it ride. Even though you just picked a whole bunch of songs for your birthday, I let her pick this album,
Yeah.
which is a great album. It's
Would
BTO.
you cry
I don't know how we're going to
if I
label this
told you
one.
that
I guess you'll see.
lie? Would you
But
say goodbye? Would you let her
what's
ride?
BTO stand for?
Batman. Batman.
Batman,
Um.
Turtle.
Override.
It's Batman Turtle Override. Or, like most people say, Bachman-Turner Overdrive.
Oh, I tried to get the last one, but I got it wrong.
Canadian rock band, and
Would you cry if I told you that
I think she
lie?
likes a certain
Would
song
you
off
say
this album.
goodbye?
Would you let it ride?
Would you let it ride?
Would you let it ride? It's got 8 tracks on it. It was made in 1977.
77. No,
Are you
I
sure?
don't know. I don't
I think it was
so.
78. I don't know when it was. Now we're going to have to look it up, aren't we?
Yep.
Bachman-Turner Overdrive. They started the band in 1973. They're from Manitoba, Canada. Did you know that? So they've got a few albums. This album is number 2. So it's Bachman-Turner Overdrive 2. So I don't know how we're going to label that so it looks cool, but it's done already. 1973 must come out.
They were both off.
Yeah, well, that'll
I mean-
happen. We're allowed to be wrong once in a while.
Yeah.
This album, I only knew a couple tracks off of it
Yeah.
before we started listening to it, and I realized
Name
that I
'em.
like a lot of tracks off this album.
Name the
In
tracks
fact,
you knew.
I think I knew Let It Ride and Taking Care of Business, which is the last track.
Love that one.
But
Welcome home.
Welcome Home has quickly become one of my favorite songs.
Yeah. Of all
I just
time.
like the style of it, yeah. So what do
What
you say
about
we...
the first one? I liked the first one.
Yeah, me too.
I liked the first one.
What do you say we jump right into it?
Yeah.
First one's called Blown, and
Hang on. What's the third one?
third one is Stone Gates.
And then let it ride.
Yep.
Give it up. Get it time. Tramp. I don't have to hide and taking care of business.
Bonk.
What are you
Oh,
doing?
look at this. Oh. You want a sticker? Let us know. And maybe we can get one to you.
Maybe if you pay
Maybe.
$1.
No, we're not selling them.
Yeah.
We're giving them away to special people that
People.
really enjoy the podcast.
Like Mrs.
So if that's
Schaefer.
you, get a hold of us and we'll see what
And
we can
Mr.
do.
and Mrs. Dan.
And Mr. and Mrs. Dan. Yep. This episode is brought to you by Mr. and Mrs. Dan. They really do keep us going because
Or like Tony and Penelope and Mrs. Dan.
this podcast is a lot of work. So people like Mr. and Mrs. Dan,
Dan, support
we
us.
yeah, we appreciate you. Okay, let's jump right into it.
Here's
Here's BTO. Oh, what'd you say?
Balloon.
Batman Turtle
Batman
Override.
This is Batman Turtle Override. Let it ride.
No, it's not Let It Ride.
It's blown.
Blown.